So this is another Spiridon that I picked up. Like I said, all going for cheap at the moment, and this is the Nike Air Zoom Spiridon, and again special projects in black. And overall, you know, the colorway is very sort of simple, very clean, and I believe it's an OG colorway as well. And the Spiridon is basically named after the marathon runner, and came out, like I said, in 1997, and was the first Zoom Air unit sneaker. For that reason, it does have Zoom Air unit on the outsole, which is different to most modern day sneakers, I suppose. I kind of like that. I think it's a cool idea, and it works really well, and I'll explain that, you know, in the video as we go along. And in general, like I said, the colorway is pretty much what it says on the tin. It's black and metallic silver, and you can sort of see the metallic silver hits on the sneaker. So kind of sort of self-explanatory, really. Really cool sort of stealthy look, in my opinion. And so with the comfort, I think they are very comfortable on foot, in my opinion. They're quite sort of neutral, supportive, squishy at the same time, but also, like I said, supportive and neutral. Definitely worth, you know, sort of looking at. And then also the insole itself is quite sort of thick as well, in my opinion, especially on the heel side. And it's made of Dreamcell, which isn't supposed to be the best, but it still feels nice to me in terms of quality. It's not like amazing, but it still feels really good. And as far as I know, it's got like a Phylon midsole in there as well, so it kind of makes it feel really nice. And with the outsole, it's kind of quite grippy. You know, it's got these lugs on there. I do like the way it looks. It looks very cool. And then also with the Zoom Air unit sitting at the bottom, it also provides that sort of responsiveness and you know, sort of lift off as well. Whilst the midsole provides the overall sort of cushioning, which I think feels really nice on foot. And then you've got the self-lacing system as well, which is really easy to do up the laces. And with this particular pair, you know, I went up half a size in sort of most Air Maxes, and so this is the same thing. This with the Spiridons as well. So think of it being similar to an Air Max 97 or an Air Max 95 even. And I definitely do recommend going up half size, especially if you have a wide foot. I think if you've got a narrow foot, you can probably get away with going true to size, but even then, I'd still probably say go up half size. So with the look and style, I mean, this one's not going to win any awards, right, because of the fact that it's just a black sneaker. But if you're looking for something, especially at the moment for sort of back to school, these ones were, I think, cost me like 60 or 65 pounds, which is very, very cheap. And it's an OG colorway, and I do like the little mini swoosh that you see on the front. And it's the kind of pair that you can get away with wearing sort of in work environments or, like, you know, at school, that kind of stuff. And like I said, it's a clean looking sneaker and quite sort of simple, especially when you have them on feet. You know, the on foot looks is much better than when you have them in hand. There's something about, you know, this particular sneaker in general that is better when you put it on feet versus, you know, seeing them on the shelves. And so with the ratings, I think with this particular pair, I'm going to go with a 4. I think, you know, it's at the end of the day, it's a kind of safe colorway. You can wear it pretty much with anything, and especially sort of good at any time during the winter and even sort of during the spring, summertime as well. So quite a versatile sneaker. I think, you know, for that reason, you know, like I said, it's a 4. I do like the Sport OG red colourway and also the metallic silver one more. And that's why those ones I'd give a 5. In terms of comfort, I think I'm going to go with a 5 as well. I just really like the way the Spiridons feel on feet. The more that I've worn them, the more I'm kind of like, you know, it's grown on me. And especially, you know, for the price that I paid as well. So the costs on these were originally £145, which is quite a lot of money. You know, from today's standards, because of the fact that there's not much sort of tech in there, and also it's quite sort of old tech. And then also this sneaker is sort of a mesh-based sneaker, but if you can grab them on sale like I did, you know, this pair for £65, it's definitely worth it at that price. They're a bit of a bargain, you know, because you ain't going to get sneakers like that for that price. And also, you know, that kind of leads me to the quality as well. So the quality, I would go with a 4 as well. There's no sort of special materials on this. It's very much like a run-on sneaker, so, you know, a lot of it's just sort of mesh materials, so it's quite sort of on the cheap side. There's no sort of leather panels, but it feels like it'll be quite durable and last a long time, especially this part here going along the toe area and around the mudguard. And then in all sort of I suppose the final score on this one, I'd say 4. You know, like I said, it's simple in terms of its colourway. It's not doing anything special, but at the same time, it's reliable, and that's kind of what you want. And I'd definitely recommend, you know, giving them a try at a good price that you can pick them up for at the moment.